Officer Tatum or Brandon Tatum, which many people should actually be familiar with his work. If you're not, do yourself a favor and get acquainted with his work. I think it's brilliant. He is someone of good faith. I really do believe that, because it would be so much easier for Brandon Tatum, who has millions of followers, right, on YouTube alone, to completely turn his back against the truth and to start doing exactly what all of his other counterparts are doing, like the Hodge twins, for example, Tucker Carlson. You got Candace Owens, who, by the way, I think Brandon Tatum is friends still, possibly, with Candace Owens. Not too sure, especially after this video, because he's pretty much humiliating the living crap out of her because of what she's been doing to try and tear down Charlie Kirk's legacy, with all the accusations and all of the attacks and all the speculation as well and the conspiracy theories. Brandon Tatum hates it. He does not stand for lies. And that's another thing. Like, I follow people that are consistent, and I follow people that you can actually tell that in this day and age where it's actually really profitable to go against a nation, which, again, if you think about it, it's very, very interesting how many people actually turn their backs against Israel and say that Israel is the big bad wolf. But then they look at other countries and they don't even want to say that that country is going to do us harm or do us damage. For example, China. China is actually a lot more scarier, believe it or not, than Israel is. Israel is like our ally. Israel is a good guy. But no, ladies and gentlemen, they would much rather criticize Israel and blame Israel for literally everything. But then when it comes down to, well, real enemies out there, Islam and China and several other places, communism, for example, all these other ideals, no, Israel's at fault for all of it. It makes absolutely no sense. This small nation in the Middle East, surrounded by over 50-something plus Muslim countries, it makes absolutely no sense that the entire bloody world goes, Israel is at fault. But yet Islam is expanding like wild. Oh, okay. When it comes down to getting rid of or dealing with the situation in Gaza, let's kick out Israel. Israel doesn't deserve to exist. So where are they going to go? Nowhere. But the Palestinian people, they deserve to exist for sure. They've been there for countless years. Not the Israelis, no, because they've come from all different directions, even though the Bible said that was going to happen. Oh, funny that, because they disobeyed God. See, people don't know their history. People don't know their Bibles. And if they do know their Bibles and they know their history, they would understand the full picture, but they don't. They don't. And one of the things that I think I'm actually really missing at the moment is Charlie's voice. Because like Brandon Tatum says in this video, if he could come down and God gave him the ability to look and see at what's happened post him actually going to heaven, people that he claimed to love and those that claim to love him are now weaponizing his name and trying to destroy his legacy. Not just that, but they're turning their backs on a country and a people that are actually the good guys. It's absurd. It's crazy to me. Have a watch of Brandon Tatum humiliate Candace Owens.
If he could come back to life and just sit back, or even in heaven, if God lets you look down from heaven, if that's a thing, he would be heartbroken. As some of the people who he loved, he trusted, that are weaponizing his name and his legacy. What I think is inadvertently happening from people like Candace and others is that what they're doing is going to mar his legacy forever. In 10 years, the emotion is going to be gone. The Christian revival is going to be a thing of the past to a certain degree. It's not going to be as fervent. They're only going to talk about the conspiracies. RFK assassination, Martin Luther King's assassination to a certain degree is just marred with conspiracies. And Charlie's is the biggest, most prominent conspiracy avenue because we're in the social media age. Everybody saw him die and everybody's comments is getting playtime. They say he got shot from the back of the neck, and it's a through and through wound. Didn't happen. We know it didn't happen. And I wonder sometimes, do people realize, especially prominent people, that you could be a contributing factor to allow the killer to get off? Because if you are pushing content that creates reasonable doubt in the minds of the average human, that is going to have to be selected for jury. And if they can't see past the conspiracies that have been out there, and they have this idea of not trusting the federal government, and you have been putting out content every single day, giving the defense team reasonable doubt to believe that the killer didn't do it, you could be creating a case for the defense and not know it. And all it takes is for one juror to hold out, and you have a hung jury.
So for Candace Owens, she's saying that she wants to find out who was responsible for killing Charlie Kirk. Do you guys really believe that that's what she wants? It's been weeks now, and we've gotten nowhere close to finding out who's actually killed Charlie Kirk. And you know why? Because they've got the guy in custody and they're trying to do a trial. It's not these crazy accusations, conspiracy theories, or these attacks that Candace Owens is launching on many people and throwing, Seth Dillon's at fault. Everyone's at fault but her. Can't look into Candace Owens at all. No, don't do that. Because she's right about everything, guys. Remember, she is the arbiter of all truth at the end of the day. And all of her fans is just as crazy, if not crazier than her. And like Brandon was saying, like in 10 years' time, possibly even sooner, the way that technology works nowadays and the way that time goes, it's like people are just going to remember the conspiracies that came from Candace's mouth and even Ian Carroll's. And then if there was a chance to get the real killer and to convict the real killer, you have all these people that Candace Owens is reaching on a regular basis that is listening and causing seeds of doubt in their minds. And so because of that, the social media age that we're in, it's so much harder. It's so much harder to do a fair trial, isn't it? And what Candace really wants is to have a mistrial. So she can say, I told you so. Is to paint it all back on her. Say, I told you so. It wasn't Tyler. She's been accusing everyone. Now it's a foreign government. Now it's Egypt, apparently. What's next? I hate to even imagine what's next because I'm getting sick of it, as I'm sure many of you are. But Brandon is right. It's right about pretty much everything. If we're not careful, Charlie's legacy will be marred by conspiracies. All started from those that claimed to love him and he loved. And to be honest with you, I don't even see Charlie doing anything that what these people that claim to love him are doing to him. I don't see him doing that to them. If, God forbid, anything happened to them. We've got to be very, very careful in today's day and age, my friends. And praise God for people like Brandon Tatum that actually have a bigger audience than what I do and can reach more people and tell more people the truth. That's what matters for Charlie and for the truth. That's enough from me, but you guys take care, be blessed, and I'll see you all in the next video.